mushroom in the woods today, growing on a log in a quiet way. It looked like a shelf, like a place to rest, like a gift from the forest. Bless. You taught me about mushrooms long ago, about the ones that help you grow, about the ones that heal the soul, about the ones that make you whole. Reishi is for healing, you would say. It helps the body find its way back to balance, back to peace. It helps the sorrow cease. Reishi of regret, bitter and tough. Reishi of regret, is that enough to heal the wounds you left behind, to ease my troubled mind? Reishi of regret, I brew you now in tea. I don't know how to fix the broken parts of me. Reishi of regret, we'll see, we'll see. I slice you up and put you in a pot with water getting hot. I let you simmer on the stove, trying to find my growth. The liquid turned a bitter brown, like the tears that fall down from my eyes, from my soul. Since you lost control, I drank you slowly, sip by sip, feeling the bitterness on my lip, feeling the earthiness go down, feeling the sorrow drown. Reishi of regret, bitter and tough. Reishi of regret, is that enough to heal the wounds you left behind, to ease my troubled mind? Reishi of regret, I brew you now in tea. I don't know how you fix the broken parts of me. Reishi of regret, we'll see, we'll see. Maybe healing takes time, maybe it's a climb, maybe the bitterness is part of mending the heart. I Reishi of regret, I'll drink you every day until the pain goes away, until I'm whole again, until the end. Reishi of regret, Reishi of regret, help me heal. Heard you're doing well these days, found someone new to fill my place. You're posting pictures, smiling bright, living in the golden light. I'm happy for you, I really am, but I don't understand the plan that left me here while you moved on, before our love was fully gone. I'm sadder than you, that's plain to see. You wear your joy so easily, while I'm still picking up the pieces on the floor. I'm sadder than you, and I'm not sure when I won't be anymore. Maybe you cry when no one's there, maybe you pretend to care, but from where I'm standing I can't tell. The mist rolls in from the sea at night, covering everything in soft moonlight. It turns the familiar into strange and makes the ordinary rearrange. Just like you did, just like you do, turning my whole world askew, making me see things differently, then disappearing quietly. Lost in the mist of memory, lost in what used to be. I reach for you, but find only air in the fog of my despair. Lost in the mist, I'm wandering home to a place I'll never again roam. Lost in the mist, I hear your name echoing just the same as it did when you were here, when your voice was crystal clear. Lost in the mist, I'm trying to find the path back to my own mind. I walk the beach where we would go when the mist was just a show of nature's beauty, soft and low. Now it's just a place of woe. The lighthouse blinks its warning light, trying to guide me through the night. But I don't wanna be found, I just want you around. Lost in the mist of memory, lost in what used to be. I reach for you, but find only air in the fog of my despair. Lost in the mist, I'm wandering home to a place I'll never again roam. Lost in the mist, I hear your name echoing just the same as it did when you were here, when your voice was crystal clear. Lost in the mist, I'm trying to find the path back to my own mind. But mist is just water in the air, a temporary light is prayer. It comes, it goes, it lifts, it clears, and through it all the world perseveres. And maybe I will too in time, learn to see beyond the climb of grief that clouds my every view, and learn to live again without you. Lost in the mist, I'm finding light, even in the darkest night. Lost in the mist, I see the way to a brand new kind of day. I'll carry you within the fog, a memory that I can log. Lost in the mist, I'm letting go of the grief and learning to grow. Learning to grow, lost in the mist. Lost in the mist. The street light hits the window pane and turns my tears into a chain of diamonds falling down my face in this lonely empty space. They catch the light and sparkle bright, like stars that fall into the night. Each one a moment, each one a year, each shimmering, falling tears, shimmering tears in the pale moonlight, crying for you in the quiet night. They glow like jewels, they shine like gold, a story of a love grown cold, shimmering tears for you. If tears were worth a penny each, I'd be wealthy beyond reach. But wealth can't buy what's been lost, can't repay the pain and cost. Maybe shimmering means to see the beauty in the misery. Maybe diamonds from the soul help us feel complete and whole. Shimmering tears in the pale moonlight, crying for you in the quiet night. They glow like jewels, they shine like gold, a story of a love grown cold, shimmering tears for you. For you. I've been driving for an hour with no destination set, just following the headlights to somewhere I can't forget. The radio is playing songs that all remind me of you. I switch it off, but silence has its own way coming through. The highway stretches endless like the tears are yet to cry. The white lines keep on passing as the miles go rolling by. I don't know where I'm going, I don't know where I've been. I just know that I can't go back to where it all began. They say that any road will get you where you need to be, but what if where I need to be is somewhere you can't see? What if all the roads just led me back to your front door? I've been there 1,000 times, I can't go there no more. Nowhere fast, nowhere slow, nowhere that I wanna go, nowhere without you by my side, nowhere left to run and hide, nowhere fast, spinning wheels, nothing left that feels real. Nowhere fast is where I'm at since you left me. so close yet so far, like the memory of us. I wondered if you're looking at the very same ones too. And if you ever think about the love we both outgrew. A trucker asked if I was okay, I said I was just fine. I lied because the truth is too complicated to define. He said the road is lonely, kid, it gets to everyone. I said I know, my lonely is just begun. I got back in my car and I just sat there for a while, trying to remember how to fake a genuine smile. Then I turned the key and let the engine roar to life, and drove away from everything, including all the strife. Nowhere fast, nowhere slow, nowhere that I wanna go, nowhere without you by my side. Nowhere left to run and hide. Nowhere fast, spinning wheels, nothing left that feels real. Nowhere fast is where I'm at since you left me, just like that. Maybe someday I'll find a place that doesn't have your shadow or your trace. Maybe someday I'll arrive somewhere that I can feel alive. But right now I'm going nowhere fast, driving through the future, living in the past. Nowhere fast, nowhere slow, nowhere gone, nowhere fast. Nowhere fast. Just driving, driving, driving. I told myself this morning that today would be the day that I would stop my crying, that I'd put the tears away. I looked myself straight in the eye and made a solemn vow that I would figure out somehow, some way, some way, some way. I went about my business, I did the things I do. I went to work, I ate my lunch, I even made it through the afternoon without a single drop upon my face. I thought I finally found my place in the human race. And then I saw your favorite song playing on the radio, and everything I'd held so strong just had to let go. One more tear, just one more tear, one more reason, one more year of missing you and wanting you, of not knowing what to do. One more tear, I promise it's the last. One more tear for the past, and one more tear, and then I'm done. One more tear for the one. I passed by the restaurant where we had our first date, the one where you showed up 2 hours late. I laughed at first, then I got mad, then you held my hand and said forever, like you finally understand. The windows were all fogged up from the people eating there, laughing, loving, not a single care. I stood outside But tears don't work on promises, they don't obey commands. They fall like gentle witnesses from invisible wounds in my hands. So here's one more tear, just one more tear, one more memory, one more year, one more tear, I'll try again tomorrow to be stronger than one more tear, one more tear, and then I'll try again. I gave you everything I had, I laid it at your feet. But loving you was like walking down a one-way street. I kept moving forward while you stay where you were. I gave you all my love and you gave me the blur of someone who was almost there but never really close, of someone that you needed but not the one you chose. I ran and ran and ran until my legs could run no more, and then I found myself lying on the floor. They say that love is give and take, but all I did was give and break. They say that love is a two-way road, but mine was just a heavy load. One-way street, one-way love, one-way blessings from above, and never seem to come my way, no matter how I try to pray. One-way street, going nowhere fast, stuck forever in the past of loving you with all my heart while you were tearing me apart. I remember all the nights I waited by the phone, hoping you would call to say you miss me and alone was where you didn't want to be. But the phone just stayed so still, and I stayed there waiting against my will. I remember all the times I changed myself for you, trying to become the girl you wanted to be true to. But no matter what I did, it never was enough. Loving you was just too damn tough. And finally I realized, looking into your cold eyes, that love was never meant to be a one-way street for only me. One-way street, one-way love, one-way blessings from above that never seem to come my way, no matter how I try to pray. One-way street, going nowhere fast, stuck forever in the past of loving you with all my heart while you were tearing me apart. I'm learning now to turn around, to walk away from one-way ground, to find a street with two lanes where love doesn't cause so much pain. Goodbye, one-way street. Goodbye, one-way love. Goodbye, blessings from above that never seem to come my way. I'm finally walking away today. I'm walking away. The sun goes down behind the hill. The room grows dark, the world stands still. And on the wall I see us move in shadows of the love we used to prove. I raise my arms, you raise yours too. The silhouette of me and you. But when I turn to see your face, there's nothing there, just empty space. Shadow dancing with a ghost, the one I loved and loved the most. Across the wall, across the floor, I'm dancing with you once more. Shadow dancing with what's gone. The candle flickers, shapes divide. I reach for you with arms stretched wide, but shadows can't be held or kept. I'm dancing while the world has slept. Maybe shadows show the way to keep the love that couldn't stay. Maybe in this dance of gray, I'll find peace another day. Shadow dancing with a ghost, the one I loved and loved the most. Across the wall, across the floor, I'm dancing with you once more. Shadow dancing with what's gone. With what's gone. With what's gone. I made a pecan pie today, the way you taught me the old way, with butter, sugar, and a dash of salt, the kind that leaves you without fault. I poured my heart into the crust. I measured everything with trust, that it would turn out just like yours, that it would open all the doors. But when I took it from the oven, it didn't feel like love. Then it felt like pity for myself, like a book left on the shelf. Picking of pity, why do you taste like the love that I cannot replace? Picking of pity, crunchy and sweet, why do you make my heart skip a beat? Picking of pity, I made you for me, but all I taste is the memory of standing in the kitchen with you, of loving everything you do. I cut a slice and sat alone, with only the telephone that never rings, that never calls, that just sits there on the walls. I ate it slowly, bite by bite, trying to make it feel right, trying to pretend that you were there, trying to pretend that you still care. But pity is a lonely meal, it doesn't make the heart feel real, it just fills the empty space with tears running down your face. Pecan of pity, why do you taste like the love that I cannot replace? knowledge that I cooked for one, when cooking for two was so much fun. Pecan of pity, pecan of pity, just pity now. We were halfway through the book when you decided to overlook the chapters we had left to write in the fading light. The plot was thickening so well, with stories left to tell. But you closed the cover suddenly and walked away from me. Unfinished story on the shelf, I can't finish it by myself. The characters are waiting still to fulfill your unfinished story. How does it end? I read the pages we've done beneath the lonely sun. I try to imagine how it goes, but nobody knows. Maybe stories left untold are worth more than silver and gold. Maybe misery is best when it's put to rest. The unfinished story on the shelf, I can't finish it by myself. The characters are to fulfill your will. Unfinished story, how does it end? How does it I don't belong here anymore. Since you walked out the door, my spirit floats above the ground, making not a sound. It searches for a place to rest, somewhere that is best. But every door is closed to me since you set me free. Wandering soul, where will you land? On the ocean or the sand? You drift through time, you drift through space, looking for a familiar face. Wandering soul, come home to me. The seance called your name last night in the candlelight. my despair. Maybe souls that wander wide have nowhere left to hide. Maybe wandering is just a way of showing trust. Wandering soul, where will you land? On the ocean or on the sand? You drift through time, you drift through space, looking for a familiar face. Wandering soul, come home to me. Come home to me. Come home to me. Nobody hears me when I cry at night. I've learned to do it quiet. I've learned to hide the light. I press my face into the pillow so no sound escapes. I've become an expert at all of these shapes of grief, of loss, of letting go, of putting on a little show for the world to see, for the world to believe that I am doing okay, that I've learned to achieve. But underneath the surface, underneath the skin, the quiet cries are happening, the quiet cries begin. You start down in my chest and they work their way up. They fill my throat, they fill my cup. Quiet cries in the middle of the night. Quiet cries when there's no light. Quiet cries that nobody hears. Quiet cries, silent tears. Quiet cries, I hold them in. Quiet cries, let them begin, and then I wipe them all away before the break of day. I went to work this morning with a smile upon my face. Nobody suspected a thing, nobody knew the place. I was in the state, I was in the war inside my head. I answered emails, took calls, did everything they said. I laughed at jokes, I made some too. I did everything I had to do, but underneath the desk my hands were clenched so tight, fighting the quiet cries with all my might. And then I went into the bathroom and locked the door and let the quiet cries fall on the floor. I let them come, I let them flow, I let myself feel the wall. Quiet cries in the middle of the day. Quiet cries when I'm away from prying eyes, from judging stares. Quiet cries, my only prayers. Quiet like a roadmap to the shoddy, places where the hurt still lives, that only sorrow gives. I trace them with my fingertips to my trembling lips. They pulse with every beat of heart, tearing me apart. Veins of grief you carry through everything I'm going through. You bring the sadness to my soul, making me feel whole. Veins of grief, will you ever run dry? The doctors cannot find the cure for what I must endure. They say there's nothing physically wrong, just my lonely soul. Maybe veins of grief connect to places we never expect. Maybe sorrow circuitry is what makes us free. Veins of grief you carry through everything I'm going through. You bring the sadness to my soul, making me feel whole. Veins of grief, will you ever run dry? Will you ever run dry? Love sings a sad song tonight, a melody of fading light, a tune that echoes through the hall of all our abandoned empty walls. It weeps for what we used to be. It cries for you, it cries for me. It mourns the love that slipped away at the ending of the day. Lament, lament, love's final sound, the only thing that's left around when passion dies and feelings fade, when every promise has been paid. Love's lament, I hear it now, a sorrowful and gentle vow that love was real, that love was true, before it bid its adieu. Love's lament, it carries on long after all the love is gone, a mournful echo in the air, a testament to our despair. I hear it in the rain at night, I see it in the fading light, I feel it in the empty bed, where all our dreams lie cold and dead. The violin that plays alone, the piano with its mournful tone, the melody that we once knew, now sung by only But laments aren't just for grief, they're for finding some relief in acknowledging the pain and letting go of the refrain that kept us bound to what we were, to what we'll never be, for her or him or us or anyone, until the grieving is all done. Love's lament, I'll sing along to your sad and mournful song. Love's lament, I'll let it be a part of my own melody. Then I'll write a different tune beneath the brighter, warmer moon. Love's lament, you taught me how to grieve and then to take a bow. Take a bow. Love's lament. Love's lament. It wasn't money that tore us apart. It wasn't another who stole your heart. It was a silence that grew between the words unspoken, the unseen. We planted seeds in poison ground, thought love alone could grow somehow. But every flower needs more than rain to heal the wounds, to ease the pain. The root of all evil was the fear in me, afraid to show you what I couldn't be. The root of all evil was my foolish pride, keeping all my feelings locked inside. I blamed the world for what went wrong, sang the same old broken song. But digging deeper, I finally see the darkness started inside of me. If I could pull it out, this tangled vine that wrapped around this heart of mine, I'd plant a garden where love could bloom and chase away this self-made gloom. The root of all evil was a fear in me, afraid to show you what I couldn't be. The root of all evil was my foolish pride, keeping all my feelings locked inside. Locked inside. Locked I bought a nectarine at the grocery store because it was the kind of fruit you love. I bit into it and my heart was sore. It tasted like the tears that I've been holding above. The juice ran down my chin just like the rain that falls when summer storms decide to cry. I tried to taste the sweetness, but the pain was all that I could taste, and I don't know why. Fruit is supposed to be a symbol of life, of sweetness, of summer, of things that are good. But since you left me, even a knife can't cut through the grief like it should. Nectarine of grief, so soft and sweet, but everybody's bittersweet. The fuzz against my lips like your goodbye. Nectarine of grief, I don't know why. I thought that fruit could bring you back, the taste could fill the love I lack, but all I have is this stone in my hand. Nectarine of grief, understand. The stone inside is smooth and hard, like the seed of love that we once sowed. I wonder if I planted in my yard, if a tree of us would ever grow. But grief doesn't grow like fruit on trees. It doesn't ripen in the sun. It's more like a persistent disease that tells me you're the only one. I should have known better than to think that something sweet could heal this ache. The fruit could patch up every link of the chain my heart continues to break. Nectarine of grief, so soft and sweet, but every bite is bittersweet. The fuzz against my lips like your goodbye. Nectarine of grief, I don't know why. I thought that fruit could bring you back, the taste could fill the love I lack, but all I have is this stone in my hand. Nectarine of grief, I understand. Maybe someday I'll taste the nectarine and think of summer instead of you. Maybe someday the in-between won't be so painfully true. Nectarine of grief, so soft and sweet, but every bite is bittersweet. The fuzz against my lips like your goodbye. Nectarine of grief, I don't know why. Nectarine of grief, ooh, nectarine of grief. Just a stone in my hand. I caught myself saying it today to the barista at the coffee shop. I love you for making it this way, and then I had to stop, because those words belong to you. They always did, they always do, but you're not here to hear them now. So I don't know how I give them to the sky, to the trees, to the gentle passing breeze. I give them to anyone who listens, but the silence just keeps glistening. No more I love yous falling from my lips. No more fingertips touching fingertips. No more whispered secrets in the dark. No more leaving my heart unguarded. No more spark. No more I love yous. No more 3 words that used to sound like singing birds. Now they sound like empty space. No more I love yous, just this case. I deleted all your texts today, every message you would say, every I love you typed in blue, every one that was from you. But I memorized them first, of course, like a drowning person. He grabs a horse, like someone clutching to a thread. Long after the love is dead, I whisper them into my pillow at night. I say them to the moon so bright, but no one answers, no one cares, no one's listening out there. No more I love yous falling from my lips. No more fingertips touching fingertips. No more whispered secrets in the dark. No more leaving my heart unguarded. No more spark. No more I love you. No more 3 words that used to sound like singing birds. Now they sound like empty space. No more I love you, just this case. Maybe someday I'll say them again to someone new, to a different friend. But right now they're just too heavy, too much like a last goodbye already. No more I love yous falling from my lips. No more fingertips touching fingertips. No more whispered secrets in the dark. No more leaving my heart unguarded. No more stars. No more I love you. No more I love you. It's just silence now. I found a strange thing growing in the woods today, translucent and impossible to hold. It glowed like something from a fairy tale, a secret that the forest hadn't told. And it made me think of you, the way you'd smile when something small and beautiful appeared, the way you'd hold my hand and walk a while and whisper every wonder that you heard. Joy was always fragile between us, delicate and quick to fade, like jelly fungus in the rain, beautiful then gone again. Jelly fungus of joy, you came so soft, glowing in the darkness of my doubt. Jelly fungus of joy, I held you off, afraid that loving you would wipe you out. But you were real, you were there, shining through the cold and damp despair. Jelly fungus of joy, so rare, I wish I'd known how to take better care. a vacation by the sea. We found a tide pool full of living things. You said this is what forever means to me, and I believe that we have found our wings. But tides recede and creatures disappear, and what we held dissolved into the sand. I'm standing here another year, trying to understand. Joy was always fragile between us, delicate and quick to fade, like jelly fungus in the rain, beautiful and gone again. Jelly fungus of joy, you came so soft, glowing in the darkness of my doubt. Jelly fungus of joy, I held you off, afraid that loving you would wipe you out. But you were real, you were there, shining through the cold and damp despair. Jelly fungus of joy, so rare. I wish I'd known how to take better care. Maybe joy was never meant to last. Maybe it's just a visitor, a guest. Maybe I'm supposed to hold it fast and treasure it, then let it rest. Not grip so tight, not be afraid, not let my fear become the price I pay. Jelly fungus of joy, I see you now in every little wonder I ignored. Jelly fungus of joy, I'm learning how to open up my heart and not be bored by the simple beauty that remains even after love has left its stains. Jelly fungus of joy, through all my pains, you whisper that the light still lives in vain. Still lives in vain. Still lives. Still lives. I put on makeup, fix my hair, walk out the door like I don't care. The world sees someone moving on, but the girl I was is gone. I smile at strangers in the street, pretend my life is bittersweet. But when the evening lights grow low, the truth begins to show. Sad eyes only know the way. Tears can fall without a sound. Sad eyes only see the gray in a world where love was found and lost again. The mirror tells me what I hide, the hurt I carry deep inside. These windows to my soul reveal a heart that's yet to heal. But maybe sad eyes learn to see beauty in what used to be. Maybe they reflect the light that guides us through the darkest night. Sad eyes only know the way. Tears can fall without a sound. close again. I trace the lines upon my skin, remembering where we've been. Not every mark is what you see, some are hidden deep in me. The way you laugh, the way you smiled, left impressions soft and mild, but deeper still the ones that ache, the ones that keep my heart away.